Hello friends, I am Sudarshan from Sudarshan on Bible channel. Today we are going to see an important topic. It is none other than money. Money is the most essential factor in human living. And in this COVID situation, due to this unprecedented situation, we are all in a very confused state. What would our future be? Today I would like to clear and give an overall picture of what exactly money is in Bible. Jesus is an amazing teacher. I want to quote that out of 38 parables, 16 parable revolves around money. There are more than 500 verses about prayer. There are more than 500 verses about faith, to an astonishing fact that I found that around 2,350 verses revolves around money. Why is it so important for the Bible to speak about so many verses about money? Because Bible says love of money is the root cause for all evil. There are three gospels that is revolving around the Christendom in these days. We need to know what are all the counterfeits and what is the real gospel that is telling about money. I have named it as poverty gospel, another one is prosperity gospel, and kingdom gospel, otherwise stewardship gospel. So today I'm going to take you into a detailed perspective of what these three gospels. Kingdom gospel is what the true gospel, the gospel what Jesus has given to us. But we have the counterfeits which is almost equal to the truth, but it is not the truth. Those are poverty gospel and prosperity gospel. So here I have put in chart about the different aspects of what kingdom gospel and the poverty gospel and the prosperity gospel speaks about. Let's go through it, dig in deeper so that we understand exactly what Jesus intended about money. So first is possession. According to poverty gospel, the people believe that whoever has possessions, house, car, vehicle, and lives a good life, they are evil people. They are not liked by God. Another type of gospel is also predominant in the Christendom, in the Christianity, is prosperity gospel. They say that whoever has possessions are alone children of God. God is with them. God is blessing them. God is pouring His abundance upon them. But both are wrong. What did Bible say about possession is, when God gives us the possession, when God entrusts us with a possession, it means that we are stewards for Him to monitor it, take over it, and we must govern it, keeping into our mind that this possession is not ours. We came without anything and we are going to go without anything, but God has given this responsibility, and I am going to use this possession for the glory of kingdom, for the advancement of kingdom. So this is the kingdom perspective of money over possession. The second thing that we are going to look is about our work. Work is the very important, essential part of every human being. You may do whatever work, but one thing that you must keep in mind is whether is it pleasing for God. What the poverty gospel believers believe is they do work just to meet their basic needs. They think that it is very okay to live with the minimal assets or minimal requirements that is needed for us. That is okay, but that is not the complete gospel. On the other hand, the prosperity gospel people think that we need to become rich. When we become rich only, people will look after us and they will glorify God and they will come to Christ. But then that is also wrong. If you see the early people, the first generation Christians, the early church, most of the peoples were poor. But what is all about work from the kingdom perspective? Kingdom perspective says that whatever we do, we must do it for the glory of God. We work not to become rich, neither to become or to only take care of our family needs, the most essential needs, but we work to serve the Lord. In our workplace, we are going to serve the Lord. Let it be IAS position, let it be any kind of work, even the most least work according to the world. Whatever work we do, it must please God. It is a way of serving the Lord. So Bible also says all working people as the ministers of God. So we need to be very aware and cautious about the work that we are doing and why we are doing it. And the poverty gospel believers and the preacher project as if godly people are poor. Only poor people can go to God. And the prosperity people, believers and the preachers project that if you take a very close look, only the wealthy people are God's people, other people are cursed people. Both are wrong. But the kingdom gospel says that godly people are faithful people. I repeat it again. Godly people are faithful people. They know how to be faithful even in the small things. Jesus says, if you are not faithful in this least thing, how would God entrust you with riches and possessions? So we need to be faithful in even little things that we do. The next aspect is who are the ungodly people? Poverty gospel believers believe that ungodly people are wealthy people. On the other hand, prosperity gospel projects that ungodly people are poor people. But who are ungodly according to the sight of God? Ungodly people are unfaithful people. God has given us laws. God has given us principles. God has given us orders for our welfare and not for our harmfulness. So if we follow the principles, if we follow the rules and regulation of God, we are the ones who are going to get benefited out of it. So, and the next interesting perspective is about giving. Poverty gospel believers and preachers preach that if you don't give, then God's anger will come upon you. You would be a cursed people. You will not have God's blessing upon your life. They all put all kinds of word so that the people, the believers get afraid about God, and they believe that if we don't give God, then He is going to punish us. That is not true. It is a false thing. So on the other hand, the prosperity gospel people think that if I give 10%, God will give me 100%. If I give 100%, God will give me the 100%. So it's kind of a gambling. If you give this much, then God will give you the 100-fold of blessing, and that is also wrong. The kingdom gospel says that because out of love we are giving to God. Nothing is ours. We have not brought anything. Whatever we have right now, whatever position that we are in now, and whatever riches that God has entrusted us, it's all because of God. Bible says every perfect gifts from the God who is in heaven. Without Him, we are going to have nothing. So the kingdom gospel says that because I love God, I will give to God. I give out of love and not out of compulsion. The last thing that I want to quote is how I spend my money. Poverty gospel people think that they spend money out of fear and they are joyless people. They think that to spend money is a wrong thing. But the other hand, the prosperity believing people think that they are carefree, they spend it lavishly, they are not accountable to anyone, they are not concerned, they want to be living a life of their own. They are rebellious sometimes to an extreme, I am telling. So what does the kingdom gospel says about this aspect? Kingdom gospel says that we must be prayerful and responsible in every penny that we spend. We need to be careful on what we are spending on. We need to ask guidance. Proverbs says, a foolish man thinks that whatever he thinks is right, but a wise man goes and asks for a counsel. Which means that we need to go and ask God for a counsel. We need to ask His guidance for what we need to spend. So whatever money that God is giving us in the form of salary or in the form of business or any means, it is not us. We are just stewards of God. We need to pray to God. We need to ask to God. We need to get the guidance of God to where we need to give, to where we need to spend, whether to buy this or not, whether to wait. So we need to be having a complete guidance from God. We need to surrender ourselves to God. We need to yield ourselves to God so that we are doing God's will. So today I want to encourage you, whatever might be your situation, give your total control to God. You may be in the debt. You may be otherwise flourishing in these times. But whatever might be your situation, God is the total control. Few months back we thought that everything is normal and we are leading a normal life and we were planning for the next 50 years. But suddenly after this corona, COVID-19, everything changed upside down. So the total control is with God. Let us be faithful stewards for Him. If you think that this video is helpful for you and it has given a clear picture about the true gospel, kingdom gospel, about what exactly Bible tells about money, then please do share with your friends. Subscribe my channel, hit the bell button so that you will be updated with the latest news. In the future I would be posting more videos about how to come out of our debt, Christian perspective about money, and a few other interesting topics about money. Let's enjoy with God, be good stewards, and be a faithful disciple for Jesus Christ. Let Thy name alone be glorified. Amen.